Hello YouTube fans, welcome back to the AJ Speed Shop YouTube channel. Today I'm out filming on location because I'm starting off a new series that I'm going to call my Vehicle Showcase series. And the purpose of this series is to find unique cars, both muscle cars, sports cars, anything that's kind of cool, kind of fast, something I think that the general hot rod public would like. And we're going to do walk around videos, ride along videos, maybe do some draggy testing with them. And I've got a slew of cars lined up that we're going to be doing this series with. But today I'm actually starting with one of my own cars. Today's car is actually my 1987 Buick Grand National. And this particular car I've owned for about 3 years. I've completely built the car from front bumper to back bumper. And it's the intended purpose of this car was to build a nice pro touring car, something we could take on hot rod power tours and other types of hot rod cruises, things of that nature. So I built it with all the creature comforts and amenities. We wanted to make it reliable, streetable, but it still had to be relatively fast for what it is. So with that said, we ended up the engine in this car is a stock 109 block 250 cubic inch Buick V6. It's got TA ported SE aluminum heads. It's got a 218 billet roller cam. The turbo on this car is a 6766 precision ball bearing turbo. It's got an RJC front mount intercooler, and the car runs on E85, and it is controlled by an ECU GN. It's got flex fuel sensors, so we can run the car primarily on E85, but for road tripping we can run it on 93. Still has a methanol kit on it I can turn on for when we're running on 93. And so far the car has not been on the dyno yet, but it has ran pretty well in testing. I've done a lot of draggy tests with it. Those videos are currently already on my YouTube channel. And as of about 2 weeks ago, we did make our first couple passes at the drag strip, and the car went at 993 at 137 miles an hour with a 143 60 foot off the foot brake. And when we tried to launch it harder off the trans brake, we just couldn't keep the car hooked up. So I think the car probably has a 980 in it, but for now we set it back up for street mode. Got some good cruises and tours coming up. So right now we're just going to cruise the car and enjoy it for the summertime. We got a lot of good content we're going to be bringing to you with the car. But let me show you some of the stuff. This is the show you some of the ins and outs of the car. Now this is a 85,000 mile car. The interior is still pretty much about 95% original interior still in it, but it's all still in pretty good shape. It does have a custom dash in it. It's got a DDEFI digital dash with a 12.3 inch pro dash that runs off of the ECU GN. I'm going to be doing a video on that dash by itself because I get a lot of messages about that thing, and I think it's going to be worth showing some information and some video on it, because I think there's a big interest in that particular dash. Let me go ahead and roll around up here to the front and show you the business end. The car has most of the options, the typical power options: power seats, power door locks, cruise control, AC. Everything works. I have had quite a few issues with the engine in this car since I've owned it over 2 years. I've actually had this engine out about 4 times. For some reason we have a problem killing thrust bearings in it. We still haven't managed to figure out why. But this latest engine, so far it's held up pretty well. It's got about 4,000 miles on it and a lot of draggy passes, a lot of highway pulls, and in a couple of passes at the track. Just try to get in there and let you guys get a pretty decent look on it. Again, it still has the factory AC system in it. Still runs on R12. AC blows ice cold. Just a great cruising car. Moving on from the engine, the transmission is it's still the original 200R4. It was built by Vince Janis of Janis Transmissions up in Ohio. It's a stage 3 billet transmission. It's got a PTC 9.5 inch non-lock converter that is really loose. The converter stalls at about 5,900, so it's a little too loose for this car. We've got a future plan in the pipeline for that. It's going to be showing up on the channel as well. The rear end is basically a stock rear end, but it has Moser axles in it, and it's got fresh clutches in the positive track. We do run a 3.5-inch steel drive shaft because we did break a 3.5-inch aluminum drive shaft the first time we tried to take it to the track. Didn't even make it 2 foot off the line before it spit the drive shaft out. Moving on to suspension, this has the full RideTech front and rear suspension. It's the RideTech True Turn series. So it's coilovers. It's got some special steering components in it to reduce the bump steer. The car is lowered about 2 inches. It's all tubular A-frames, upper and lower. It's got coilovers in the back with all the relocation stuff. Just a really nice kit from RideTech. It rides really well. The car's about 2 inches lower, but it doesn't ride harsh at all. It's fully adjustable. Really just makes for a great road car. The car actually handles a lot better than you think it would. We've taken it out on a few twisty routes and not push it real hard, but it handles a lot better than what you would think a 3,900 pound car would with us in it. Car does have wheel wood front brakes, CCW 18-inch wheels. Got a lot of bugs flying out here on me. Come out here to this park so we can try to get some decent lighting, and stuff is flying all over the place. The car has a full Racetronics fuel system in it, Dash 8 fuel lines, twin 340 pumps. Currently we run the car on about between 30 and 32 pounds of boost. It's running about 19 degrees of timing. I figure the horsepower to be anywhere from 650 to 700 at the rear wheels. The converter is pretty loose, so I'm afraid that we're losing quite a bit through the converter, but we'll be finding out here real soon. It's going to be the next installment to this very video. Give you guys a screenshot of the dash. Once again, that's a 12.3-inch Pro Dash from Digital Dash EFI. It's specific to any type of Mega Squirt ECU. This one I'm running is an ECU GN, and it worked great with that. The car has full stereo system in it. We haven't taken any kind of weight out of the car. I mean, when you're going to be driving a car for long 10-12 hour trips at a time, you got to have good tunes, right? Especially when you're rolling down the highway in the summertime with your sunroof open. And when we raced the car, we raced it with everything in it. We didn't take any weight out of it. The car actually weighed 3930 with me in it at the track. I'm 210, and that was with the drag pack, the wheel drag pack. So even knocking some weight off from the wheels, the car is still 3930 with a full tank. Right now with the CCWs, the car is probably over 4,000 pounds. You'd have never thought that an aluminum headed V6 car would be that heavy, but it definitely is. So in the next installment of this video, we're gonna be heading to the dyno. We're gonna put this thing on, make a couple pulls, see what it makes. I want to test the power band. I want to see how bad the power noses over on this car versus how high the stall in the converter is, because this thing flashes to about 5,900, and I have a feeling that the engine is already making peak power way before that. So I know I'm giving up a lot of power through the converter, and we've got a fix for that will be coming in the next month. You'll see all that on the channel as well. I hope that I haven't rambled on too long in this video, but I wanted to give you guys a good insight into one of my favorite cars and my most recent project that I've worked on for the last 2 years non-stop. So this next week, we're gonna hit the dyno, we're gonna do some street riding, and I'll be filming it all and bringing it to you. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? What changes do you think I should make to the car? Let me know if you guys like the car, dislike the car. Any comments are good comments. And once again, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do that. And please like the videos and click that notification bell so you will be notified whenever new videos pop up. Thanks so much for checking out my channel, and I'll be seeing you soon. Thank you.